Hello everybody and welcome. Today I'm excited to talk about my resolutions for Arkham in the year 2025. I did this a few years ago where I was like, what are my goals in Arkham? So generally I play Arkham for fun, but I also play it for my job. And I like to kind of like, while I don't do my own actual resolutions for my own year, I like to do it in Arkham because it's just easier to kind of set goals for what I want for myself from the game and for the channel in the year 2025. So I thought this would be a fun list video to do, and I hope you all enjoy hearing what they are for me. First off, we're going to start with one that actually is a little bit different than what I normally like to do on the channel. So, in 2025, I want to play less campaigns with a challenge run. Now, normally this is kind of just the thing that I do on the channel. I do a lot of challenge runs, whether this be the Gauntlet, which the Gauntlet 2 is still going to finish, or like with Travis and Bryn, or even on my own where I just like do some sort of crazy challenge to play Arkham and make it just generally limiting the card pool for myself. However, this has some issues that rear their ugly head when I'm playing two-handed solo. I've been open about this on my stream, but I've never really said it in a YouTube video. But I've actually sort of in November and December, kind of fallen out of love with two-handed solo in Arkham Horror, the card game. I had a very hard time finding the energy and the desire to play two-handed solo. I was having a lot of fun playing with Travis and Bryn, Eric, Daniel, right? Like, these are all people that I had a lot of fun playing with, but when it came down to just playing by myself, this became a lot trickier for me to actually muster up the energy and the excitement to get ready to play Arkham. And I'm a big believer if that I'm not having fun, the viewers probably are not having fun. And while I'm doing this for me, I'm also doing this for you, so I was like, how do I fix this problem? And what happened was, on a Patreon exclusive, I just built decks. I was just like, I want to build a Finn deck and a Keimani deck, and I want to go through the Forgotten Age. I just want to play these decks with no restrictions or anything like that. And the decks functioned very well. They kicked ass, they did really good, and I was like, oh, right, this is what fun is. It's actually like doing good and, you know, winning, because I like winning. I like doing it with restrictions, but restrictions are a lot more fun when you're doing them with someone else. So in 2025, ultimately, my goal is to play less restrictions in my deck building. I think I just want to play cards and play decks without having to worry about adding an interesting hook to that playthrough, right? Because that's kind of the reason why we do challenge runs. One, they are fun in multiplayer, and two is because it gives an exciting hook to that video, right? Where it's like, we're playing this one with only events, right? And like, I enjoy playing those challenges with Bryn, but I also kind of sometimes put those challenges on myself, and ultimately that just did not end up working for me. So in this year, once the Gauntlet is done, expect to see just like random runs that are just kind of like me playing Arkham without having to worry about doing anything silly to make it work. I will still be doing some runs with with Travis and Bryn. Notably, we actually have on our next series, we want to do a progression run. People have been asking that for a while. And albeit we did do that earlier in our Arkham careers, we haven't done it since then. So people have been requesting it, and we are thinking of doing something related to that. My next resolution is I want to return to a bigger focus on custom content on the channel. I'm going to be upfront with everyone. On the analytical side, custom content isn't as viewed as regular content. That should not be a surprise, right? People who are playing Arkham want to play the official stuff because it just is easier to get on the same page, right? It's like, everyone understands when I say I want to play a campaign with Finn Edwards and Keimani, right? But no one understands when they say I want to play a campaign with Kratos and SpongeBob, right? Like, it doesn't actually have like the same ring to it, so it's harder to keep everything kind of like sorted for what's what, considering all of those things. Notably, I did test the water a little bit with this in our theme weeks, where I did a print and play Guardian and Seeker Investigator. And while those videos did good, I think they did good because of the theme week, not necessarily because of custom content. However, I really enjoy looking at custom content, especially custom campaigns, and kind of just seeing those in action, or like custom investigators, where I would do deck building videos about them. So I don't really know like how to approach this. I'm taking some like personal introspection for how I want to approach custom content going forward, and like trying to make it a bigger focus in 2025. So if you are a custom content Andy and you like custom content, be sure let me know down in the comments about like what you could see and like what you would want to see from content that's focused on the custom thing, because this is something that I'm trying to figure out myself, but I'm only one guy. I'd also love to try to figure it out with you too, all the viewers, because again, as I said earlier, I'm doing this for you. Speaking of custom content, my next resolution is I actually want to finish the custom campaign that I've been designing. This has been a custom campaign I've been poking at for the last, I think, like 3 years now. And I've just like, I work on it like really hard for like 4 days, and then I stop for like 3 months. And then I get back on it for 4 days, and then I stop for like 6 months, right? It just like, it sits at a standstill and like nothing gets done. So my hope in 2025 is to actually finish the custom campaign. I really like game design. I have designed a lot of my own games, but the problem is, as soon as I start designing Arkham stuff, one, because I spend so much time thinking about Arkham stuff, it's hard for me to like finish it, but two, I get inspired by my own game idea, and I like playing in my own playground as opposed to somebody else's playground, if that makes sense. However, I really like a lot of the ideas that I've found in this custom campaign, and I really want to actually like finish it and get it out there, and then just like not think about it again. I want to like showcase this idea that I have, and then like maybe it's good, maybe it sucks, but I want to play it, and I want to get it done, and I want to like live and breathe it and experience it. And I'm tired of it just being like ideas scratched on pieces of paper that are littered around my desk like a madman. I want to actually like finish it. So my resolution for 2025, and I think this is like my second biggest resolution, is I want to actually finish this custom campaign, at least the first draft, to get it out there, because there's a lot of great custom content designers who have designed so many custom campaigns since I've first got this idea, and I'm just like, you know what? I just need to do it. I just need to actually get it done. My next resolution is I want to constantly challenge my own idea of what good is in Arkham Horror. So this is something that I've been, I've kind of been like at like odd. I feel like I don't kind of like fit in anymore. It's kind of strange, but maybe this is becoming like it's like carrying over from the thing I was talking about with the not enjoying two-handed solo. But I read a lot of like dialogue about the game, and I just feel like I'm not really like vibing with it anymore. And I think a big reason for that is just because my own idea of what Arkham Horror is, and like how to approach Arkham Horror and how to play Arkham Horror, is at this point now so ingrained in me that I feel like it might be becoming too rigid, if that makes sense, right? Like I feel like I might not be growing as much as I could be growing in terms of my skill and in terms of my evaluation of both cards, of turns, of threats, right? So this is something that I kind of just do all the time, and a big reason for this kind of sentiment that I have is from when I played all cards in 2023. Yeah, I think it was that long ago that I played all the cards. And since then, my perspective of Arkham Horror has changed. And I feel like I am slightly on a new personal point where, again, my evaluation of what good is in Arkham Horror has changed. Because I think the reality is that like everything is kind of like, I agree with the sentiment of that if everything is good, nothing is good. But at the same time, I do think that everything is good. And like deck building has kind of evolved with a full collection from what it was before to an entirely new thing that I'm still trying to like really wrap my head around, right? And you might think I'm getting a little bit like lost in the sauce here with this kind of sentiment, right? But I think at the same time, this is kind of what's the fun part of Arkham Horror, right? To be like looking at the new cards, and I don't know how to put it, but like I don't know how to do how I'm putting this into words, but it's like one of those things where like the idea of what is good in Arkham Horror, is it winning the game at all? Is it winning the game with no damage or no horror? Is it winning the game with 5 Doom left? Is it a full clear, right? Is it winning the game without a full clear, but also just like winning with like 8 turns left, right? Like, is it like winning before the game gets to do anything? Is it winning at all? Is it getting like enough victory that you have hit the goal of your deck, right? So this is why I think it's like very an interesting conversation about like what is good in Arkham, and even like even though like it's the gameplay ideas of like the Timmy, the Johnny, and the Spike are relevant for playstyle, I do think that ultimately it has infected the idea of what good is in Arkham in a way that's negative, right? And this is a kind of like, again, why I'm doing this resolution, as I'm trying to get into it and like discover what this is, because those archetypes are for player archetypes. They're not for like gameplay archetypes, right? So like to me, like the idea of good is winning, but like, is there more to it or less to it? And that's kind of like where I'm going with this one, where I'm trying to constantly challenge myself. And am I right? Am I wrong? Do I need to like alter my opinions on things? Do I need to challenge my opinions on things? Which I think is a very fun thing to do. And it's kind of like personal philosophical growth and all that stuff. So my last one here. Sorry, I have 2 more. I forgot about this one. I want to attend an Arkham Convention in person. I live up in the cold wastes of Canada. I have to close my blinds because it's 3:30 in the afternoon and the sun is setting, and it's shooting a beam of light right into a setting. Actually, it's not that bad anymore, but it's shooting a beam of light right at, actually, it's terrible. It's right here. But I live in the cold wastes of Canada, and Canada travel is not, it sucks sometimes, especially up here in Edmonton, where I am situated. But I really want to attend a convention up here, down in America this year, because I think that it would just be really fun to see all you guys, see like everyone who attends it, see y'all, play a game with y'all. I think that would be a really fun thing to do, and it's my hope that I'm going to be able to make it work in 2025. If you want to see me there, the best way to do it is also you can support the Patreon, because that is how I'm going to be, that's how I live my life. So if you want to see that, consider throwing some support to the channel. It's a great way to make that happen. I think I'm going to make it happen even without, I really want to. I think it'd be very fun to attend a convention. So also get out of my introverted bubble, and you can see how awkward I am in real life. It's about as awkward as I am in the videos. Last up here, I want to make fresh content and hit 2 million views on the channel. For the last 2 years, we've been a little bit short of 2 million views, and 2 million views is my goal. We had like 1.8 in 2023 and 1.9 in 2024, and I want to hit 2 million in 2025. That is what I want. So how I'm going to do this, I'm going to, like I am always, I'm challenging myself on the idea of what is good in Arkham. I also want to challenge myself to how can I continue to make new and fresh content in 2025. I do feel like in 2024, I kind of stagnated a little. I don't think I was creative as I could have been in bringing you guys good and exciting content. So what I want to do is in 2025, I want to approach this channel differently and see how the hell I can make you guys new exciting content in both Arkham and other games as well, to make it more entertaining for you to watch your channel. Because as I said 2 times before in this video, I do this for you. So hopefully Hopefully I can earn your views even more so in 2025, and I can finally hit that 2 million threshold that I've been chasing for the last few years. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. What are some of your Arkham resolutions? And I would love to know down in the comments. Huge thank you to all of our patrons for supporting the channel, and a huge thank you to all of you who are watching this right now. You guys all rock so much. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Have a good one. And as always, GG's.